I spent a lot of time in school, not living in the same place long enough to be tracked by the jury duty people, or whatever is the agency that calls you for jury duty. I finally got called. It was walking distance from where I live. I live in Lower Manhattan. And so there I was, proud to serve. At the time, I was teaching at Princeton in the astrophysics department. In fact, a seminar on, in fact, the evaluation of evidence and what that meant. So I'm there, you know, and they get to the Q&A part, okay? Any lawyers in the house? What do we call the Q&A part? Has some other name that obscures it. What is it, sir? Voir dire. You could have just called it Q&A, but you didn't, because you want people to think that what you're doing is complicated. You should take cues from the astrophysicists. What do we call spots on the sun? Sunspots, thank you, okay? What do we call big red stars? Red giants. Regions of space, you fall in, you don't come out, light does a black hole. Origin of space-time, Big Bang. We are simple people in astrophysics. The universe is complex enough. I'm not going to lay down a lexicon so you think what we're doing is more complex than it actually is. I have to get that off my chest. I'm sorry. The voir dire part. The lawyer asks me, I see you're an astrophysicist. What is that? And everybody's listening. Everybody's listening. I'm there eager to serve. And I say, well, you take the laws of physics as discovered on Earth, apply them to the cosmos. It's okay. And I say, it says here you teach at Princeton. What do you teach? I said, well, I teach a course on evaluation of evidence and the relative unreliability of eyewitness testimony. And I was out. I was on the street 5 minutes after that. They didn't want to hear that I understood how to evaluate evidence. I was gone until the second time. 3 years later, I said, okay, I'm not going to tell them about this class. So what happens? I go in there. I make it to like the top 15. They're taking it down to 12. I made the first cut. So we're all squeezed into the box, and there's like a couple of extra chairs next to it. And the defendant is there, sitting right there, with the lawyer and the judge. And I forgot what this part is called, sir. I don't know what it's called, but the judge reads the facts of the case. Maybe there's another French word for that. Okay. Once again, voir dire. All right. So I'm there. The judge reads the facts of the case. The defendant was found in Upper Manhattan in possession of 2,000 milligrams of cocaine. This is undeniable. We are trying him for the possession of those drugs. And I'm there, and by the way, there's like a maid, there's like a janitor. These are like regular people in the real world up there with me among the 15. And I listen, and the judge says, well, do you have any questions about the facts of the case? Do you understand them as I've read them? I said, I got a question, sir. Why did you read the cocaine possession the way you did? He said, what do you mean? I said, you said he had 2,000 milligrams of cocaine. That's 2 grams. The milligram is 1,000 divided by the 1,000 is 2 grams. Less than the weight of a penny. Why, sir, did you say it just that way? And then he looked at, that's just because that's how it's written here. He didn't know what he was was reading. And so there I am, and I said, because it sounds like you're making the possession sound worse than it actually was. I'm concerned about that. There I was, back out on the street again. Now, the fun part of that one was, I think I contaminated the entire jury.